Hey practice buddies, today we have reached the end of Suzuki Volume 1, the last piece in the book, the final boss battle. Today, by working together and by using all the skills that we have learned up to this point, we are going to... Wait, sorry guys. Go ahead R2. You're in the basement. Yeah? How's the X-Wing? What? New power converter? Well, can you fix it? How long is it going to take? 2 weeks, huh? I need to get to the Star Destroyer today. Okay, 2 weeks. Okay guys, so look, this is the situation. I've got a shipment of kyber crystals being delivered to the Star Destroyer today. I need to take delivery of those kyber crystals. They're very valuable. The X-Wing is down. It's in the basement. R2 is fixing it. It's going to be 2 weeks. I need your help. We need to build a new spaceship and we're going to do it today. Okay, so we're going to build a CR-90 Corvette. It's called a Tantive IV and it's much more comfortable than an X-Wing. It's got enough room to take friends and family up to the Star Destroyer, but better still, it's got like 5 bedrooms and a games room, a viewing gallery, massive viewing gallery, and 11 engines. So it's super fast. Super luxury, super fast. We're going to build it. Thing is, the only way we can build it is by learning Gavotte line by line. So, as we go through the piece, if we can play each line correctly, we can then build the Tantive IV stage by stage until it's ready to fly. So how does this work? How do we build a whole entire spaceship? Well, we build the small scale design as we go through Gavotte, line by line, right here in the office, okay? And as we build it, the droid army in the basement puts the design together for real, at life-size scale. So by the end of the video, we should have a full-sized, finished spaceship. So without further ado, let's jump right in and have a playthrough, and then we'll go and start building our piece together. 1, 2, ready, go! Great, let's go line by line now and start building this piece from beginning to end so that we can get to the Star Destroyer. Okay, so let's build the first line together. It's pretty easy, just a sequence of 8 quavers in a descending order. 1, 2, ready, go. One, two, ready, go. So this is the first stage of our CR-90 Corvette blockade runner. Here's the front of the ship and it runs all the way to the back. Now this is the base. This is where the escape pods will go. This part holds the cockpit. This part will hold the engine block. And it's the beginning of the ship, just like the first line of Gavotte. We start to build the piece up with the basic components which make the rest of the piece. And that's how we're going to do it. First line, first stage. second line, second stage, until we've built the whole spaceship. And then we're going to make sure that the astromech army in the basement has made it exactly to scale, has put the engines in, the weapons, the life support system, the anti-grav and everything else. And then we'll see if it works. Okay, let's go straight into the second line. It's pretty similar. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, here are the pieces for line 2. Okay, so that's the end of the second stage. So we've got more of the base, secure, strong. This is the area where the engines are going to go, all 11. So that's the second stage and the second line of Gavotte. And then you've got these little crashing notes up here. Okay, let's go on to the third line. And the third line is pretty much the same as the first line. It's just that it's a kind of inversion of it, going upwards rather than downwards. Okay, so third stage. Okay, so that was the third stage. Now we're starting to understand the underlying structure of the ship. We're getting the staterooms in. Cockpit is still yet to be done. Captain Antilles' room is almost ready. Leia's stateroom is ready. Bail Organa's going to go there. Yeah, slowly it's taking shape. Just like third line. Starts to imitate certain aspects of the other two lines to build upon it. Just like we're building this spaceship, we're slowly building Gavotte, getting the underlying structure learned. So the fourth line ends the first part of the piece. Very similar to the other three lines before it, but there is a ritardando and dynamic change. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's move on to stage 4. Okay, so this is the underside. We've got a couple of turbo laser turrets. This is manned by 2 gunners. Then we've got the trigger mechanisms for the torpedoes. We've got the sensor arrays. And we've got atmospheric field generating wings. And that is line 4. And this is the underside of the piece, where we learn about how to recognize the subtle difference between quaver patterns in the music. Okay, so now we're on the fifth line of Gavotte. The line is much more beautiful, open and expansive, but it's got the infamous semiquavers at the end. Let's play the fifth line and then we'll focus on the semiquavers. 1, 2, ready, go. Right, so that's the fifth line, but let's focus on those semiquavers, 8 semiquavers. Now, if we break them down into a step-by-step process, just like if we were building a reactor core, we follow the instructions, we follow the music, we follow the flow, pretty soon it'll become second nature. So let's just do the first 2 of those first 4 semiquavers. 1, 3 on A. And now we're going to do the second 2 of those first 4 semiquavers, the 2, 3 on A. So, 1, 3, 2, 3. 1, 3, 2, 3. And then we're going to combine them together. 1, 3, 2, 3. 1, 3, 2, 3. Now on the up bow we're going to do the next 4. But we're going to do the first 2 of the next 4. 4, 3. 4, 3. 4, 3. 2, 1. 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the first 4. A few times, over and over again, and it's done. Okay, let's move on to stage 5. Okay, fifth stage. The first 2 of 11 engines have been fitted. Some extra support for the rest of the engines. The escape pod bays are fitted. Things are looking nice. Things are shaping up. In the fifth line, the expansive longbows here. 1, 1, 2, 2. And then the quick semiquavers here. This is the tricky bit. Sixth line. Things get easier from here. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, let's move on to line 6. So, stage 6 of the CR-90 Corvette. We've got the 4 engines and things are building up structurally in the engine area, just like in line 6 of Gavotte. Things are starting to develop, new little thematic moments. 1 crotchet, 2 quavers, crotchet, quavers, with a few extra semiquavers, but much simpler than the line before. We're starting to get used to these semiquavers now that there's been established in the 5th line. Okay, on to the 7th. 7th line. A little bit of a change of tone, but it's pretty much the same principles that we're using for the rest of the piece. Step-by-step process, follow the flow of the music. 1, 2, ready, go. Line 7. So that was stage 7, and we can see turbo lasers getting installed. Then the corridor sections, we all know about those corridor sections in the Tantive IV. So the superstructure is starting to take shape. And here we are, line 7, superstructure starting to take shape. Lots of semiquavers, descending scales, repeated patterns, symmetrical in a way. And finally the 8th line with the da capo. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's try that once more. Ready, go. Okay, on to stage 8. So as you can see, the fuselage is taking shape and things are starting to get covered up. So soon we'll have a hull which will be able to keep the oxygen in when we go flying in it. Now from now on, as the superstructure gets built, we'll get certain repeats, just like now that we're on line 8, which is technically looks like the last line of the piece. We're going to actually repeat because of this DC al fine. That means go back to the beginning and continue until the fine. Yeah. So this is line 8, and this will be line 9. The first line will becomes line 9, and you'll see it reflected in the repetition of the build. Okay, and then so we go back to the first line and we do the first half of the piece again until it says fine at the end, which means of course finish. So first line again. 1, 2, ready, go. Stage 9, back to line 1. Well, the next tier of engines is on, and so we've got 4 more engines to do, and then 2 escape pods. In real life, these are actually airlocks, and the escape pods are located here. 2 missing here on this side. For the sake of the model, the airlocks here can also double as escape pods. So that's line 1 again repeated, so essentially line 9. Now let's move on to stage 10. And straight on to the second line. 1, 2, ready, go. And so on to the third line. A bit louder. So now we have all 11 engines on, and now it's a case of putting on the cockpit and the rest of the superstructure. And the fourth line, mezzo forte. That was the writ, a bit like a question mark. And then the last phrase. Well, seems. Okay, final playthrough. We're going to test this ship and see if it can get us to the Star Destroyer in one piece. 1, 2, ready, go. Great. Let's see what happens next. So here it is, right in front of you. We've done it. We've built Gavotte and we've built a CR-90 Corvette. Look at those 11 engines. The escape pods. We've got turbo lasers here, here, turrets. We've got sensor array up here and down, up here and down there. Cockpit at the front. I mean, this thing is huge and it's gonna be great to go in and fly when you go up to the Star Destroyer. Hopefully the droids are hard at work getting it built. Let's see what it looks like as it goes past us. Look at that huge, massive ship. Amazing, incredible design. Love it. The droids downstairs are getting their act together, putting all the parts together, and soon we'll have the completed version. Oh, we should probably do a weapons test. This might be a good time to subscribe. Alright, let's go downstairs and see if the real thing has been built. Can't go without our violin. Got to put it away, get it in its case, nice and snug. It's going to come up to the Star Destroyer with us. Sorry, the lift takes a bit of time to get down. Here we are. So here we are, guys. This is the CR-90 Corvette. It's 150 meters long. It's got 11 ion turbine engines. It's a massive ship and it's really fast. Let's have a look around, shall we? I'll just get the camera and we can go first person. Let's look around the outside, shall we? Guys, this is a historic ship. This thing is amazing and it's really fast. Can't wait to go up in it into the Star Destroyer. There's the escape pods, turbo laser turrets. Let's just get inside and get going, shall we? It's so exciting. We're in the Corvette. We're on our way to the cockpit, which is just behind me, along this corridor. Let's go and see the cockpit. Let's get going. Here we are, guys, getting into the cockpit now. Let's see if the droids have done their job well. Ah, nice sunset out there. Yeah, looks like everything's working okay. Looks like the ship is all warmed up and ready to go. I think we'll just have a look behind us and see if the hub is okay. The hub is a room through which you can access all the other rooms. Look, there's the sensor array and the radar systems. Yeah, this is the hub. This is you can take a droid in here and pass on files to it secretly and stuff like that. It's kind of out of the way place, even though it's a hub. It's kind of discreet and you can use it to upload files and things like that here. That's what people usually do. And then, okay, so let's get going, shall we? Let's initiate. Guys, here we are. We're in our Corellian Corvette cockpit and we are ready to go up to the Star Destroyer. We just have to give the order. We've updated all the paneling and everything's up to modern standards. Most of the ship is run by AI and astromech droids. I used to take a crew of 89, but I don't need that right now. We're just going up to low Earth orbit, so it's not too much of a problem for the computer to do that. Now, listen, if you liked this video and you found it useful and you were able to learn Gavotte and it helped you to learn Gavotte and you want me to carry on with this kind of video, give it a like. It really helps. It helps the channel, it helps me. It shows me that what I'm doing you like and is useful to you. So give it a thumbs up, subs if you love it. Also, if you liked building the CR-90 Corvette alongside learning your piece, let me know in the comments. Let me know what ship you would like to see next built. And when we finish book 2 or when we finish another milestone project, an area of technique, we can build again. We can get another ship and we can build a whole fleet. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see and what we can build together. And well, let's give the order and let's get up to orbit, and I'll see you on the next one. Keep practicing. Okay, computer, let's go.